Here we are, folks, loaded on to game 2 of Team Placeholder versus Easy Bake Oven. Now, with EBO, well, in our opinions, winning picks and bans here in game 2, it's going to be interesting what how laning phase works out for them. It looks like they're just grouping in the river, nicely together. All 5 members of Team Placeholder, though, are prepped for this. They do know those blitz invades can be very annoying, being quite safe. Lots of pings coming down for EBO, though, as they try to make their way around. They will go forward, though. Now it looks like Jarrett needs to be careful. eBag actually getting caught, not moving fast enough, has to blow the flash. A little bit of a mistake there. eBag sleeping on the job, so to speak. And further efforts, they do blow a flash.
Successful invade.
Yeah, and it looks like Kustori is going to come and try to, well, not try, is going to steal this blue. But nice rotation, or decision making coming up from eBag. We'll just switch buffs with Kustori. Grabbing a little bit of help from Maxim, but eBag is pretty low right now. Does get caught out by Little Robot, just needs to get out of there. A Water Dragon is here, though, to help his jungler out. And it looks like everything is just going to equalize. Now, Maxim kind of having a hard time against this LeBlanc. Annie versus LeBlanc is not a matchup I favor Annie to win.
It's going to be tough. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's he is going to require a lot of babysitting with that show, but unfortunately, LeBlanc with that mobility, I don't think is going to get hit by any ruptures anytime soon. But good decision making coming out from Little Robot, though, starting with that flash against Vlad, wanting to stay healthy against that poke. Is getting zoned out from a lot of CS, though. Water Dragon being really annoying and asserting his dominance there. I think Little Robot giving him the respect after game 1. Not wanting to give away another easy first blood. Meanwhile, CS advantage for Cavalry has started to show. They are trying to poke out Kaza and Jarrett. Now, what do you think of this medallion start from Blitzcrank? I would have much rather seen a Relic Shield to gain some sustain in that lane.
Fast. I would have liked to see the Relic, as you said, but it can help get those picks, maybe just speed them up to get the knock up instead of the pull right away.
That's true, but I see a lot of supports, and I favor this build too, but oh, sorry, we'll talk about this later. Nice rupture coming out from Spooky, actually getting stunned in that engage. Is forced to flash away as Ignite gets, but first blood coming out from Maxim. What just happened? Spooky going in to Maxim, wanting to put some kills, but Kustori just in the right place at the right time. Unlucky for Spooky in his timing there. But that lane just got a whole lot easier for Maximum. Still going to be rough. He does pick up that Catalyst, though. Going to go that Roa. Smart choice. Needs to be a little bit beefier to survive that burst coming out from LeBlanc. Now, unfortunately, Spooky Spaghetti only being able to pick up another Doran's. Kustori trying to poke his head down in the bot lane. See what he can find. Which is nothing. But as I was saying earlier, a lot of supports are now going for either, you know, that Relic Shield or that that Spell Thief's Edge, building a Forbidden Idol, and then selling said Relic Shield or Spell Thief's Edge for the full medallion. They use that Relic Shield for the sustain, or use that Spell Thief's Edge for the mana regen and poke damage. Not to mention the gold income, and then switch over to that medallion as the game progresses in the mid game, and they want that speed buff. Would be nice, but little robot actually forcing a flash out of Water Dragon. Will sidestep that. Emega's up here, but they're only level 4. A little robot dropping quite low as Hemoplague is actually dropped. It's not going to be enough to pick up little robot, though. The baits from Water Dragon almost netting them a kill. But a hook onto Jarrett right now. Black Shield will negate the knockup. Does land that Dark Binding as Kaza tries to put some damage her onto Cavalry to answer back. But it looks like they're definitely just going to lose that trade. Kaza and Jarrett having a kind of a rough lane down there. As I said, it only takes one pull to change the flow. It looks like, though, that Maxim is pretty safe now. Spooky not really trying to punish him. Kustori kind of making him rethink twice. But here comes the double gank coming out. 4 players will be here. 4 placeholders. A flash knockup onto Spooky Spaghetti will try to help Cavalry disengage. A binding stop land. Alindris is going to be the sacrificial lamb as Cavalry will make it out alive. And that will most likely be a dragon for placeholder. But Maxim is there, trying to poke his head. Will dissuade team placeholder from that Baron, from that dragon just a little longer. And a little bit of overcommit in resources from team placeholder. I think they were wanting to get more from that, but they didn't. Little robot going on to Water Dragon, dodges the knockup from Scion. Shield will burst. Pretty even in trade there, but Water Dragon is going to be able to heal up with that Q.
This top lane fight is actually pretty funny. Scion goes to Q, and Vlad pulls. End of fight.
Yeah, but Maxim actually trading with Spooky there. Jarrett has roaming now. Dark Binding not connecting with Maxim. Now, Manamune picked up from Kaza. The Q poke from Little Robot, though, is pretty effective against Water Dragon. Just keeping that health bar not at full. Working nicely for that there. Now, I've always... Oh, Little Robot trying to execute his knockup a little bit faster. Oh. Hook not landing for Alindris. That hero minion blocking it for Kaza would have kind of spelt a little bit of disaster there. But Ez does have that Arcane Shift available. Now, speaking of which, what do you think of ADCs rushing the full Manamune instead of just sitting for a tier and then getting actual damage behind it while tier stacks up?
I would like to see actual getting damage instead of going for the full.
Oh, but the flash tippers onto Water Dragon. Pool is not enough to save his life though, as Ignite was taken away. Little Robot ulties for nothing. Solo kill for Maxim up there, but that is going to be the green light for placeholder for this dragon though, knowing that there was 2 members, but Kustori is there, gets spotted with a ward. Kustori is definitely going to drop Arcane Barrage? No, not Arcane Barrage. That's Kog'Maw. Silly Sangka. True Shot Barrage. It's just another barrage, right? There's so much barrage. It's something barrage. We'll pick up the kill for Kaza on Kustori. Not actually having a sweeper. A very popular spot for a ward right here. Should have known that he would have been spotted out. But that's going to be a kill on for placeholder and a dragon. But I definitely agree with you on this Manamune pickup. I think that if you are going to go the Manamune build on Ez, you are already delaying your damage. So you might as well just sit on a tier, then maybe get your Sheen if you're going down that route, or you know, a BF sword if you're going down that. Ez just has so many different build options. But regardless, going damage after that tier, I think would help your laning phase substantially. But Water Dragon, Little Robot are going to trade out from that. Kustori will find Ebeg in the river though. Exchanging hello. Soul Shackles from Jarrett, but the dash from Cavalry, Dark Binding, and the Barrage from Kaza will pick that up. The True Shot, not to be confused with Arcane Barrage. But Ebeg getting caught out a little bit. Maxim is over the wall, waiting for Ebeg. It's either he's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, forces the ulti. Water Dragon going to help support his jungler as Ebeg is forced to flash over the wall. He does not have ultimate, and Maxim going to chase that. Little Robot likes that side ulti. The knockup is going to hit, and that is going to be one dead Boar Rider. Water Dragon needs to get out of there, but is getting a little bit tunnel vision on Maxim. Maxim will pick up that kill easily. Now it's Spooky's turn. Team placeholder coming into this one at a time. They need to get the heck out of dodge. And a blunderbuss of a mistake from team placeholder. Coming into that fight one at a time. Will not 2 kills over in favor of EBO.
That was very good for EBO. Pretty big mistake from placeholder, going in 1 by 1.
Yeah, and honestly, once Ebeg fell, I don't know what Water Dragon was thinking, considering the fact that his pool was on cooldown, he was forced in the river when he met Maxim. Would not have it available for him. Maxim's still healthy too. The tunnel vision just a little bit too real. But Kustori just clearing out some wards of the bottom jungle. Warding not really a big priority for both these teams. With the looks of it. Not something that I'm too impressed to see. Though if anything, team placeholder do have the ward advantage. Alindris going on a warding mission himself. Maxim has rotated down the bot lane though. They want to try to see if they can find something, but Alindris and Cavalry not really on the same page. As this hilarious duel in the top lane continues to go on. Little Robot going on to Water Dragon, knows that Pool is on cooldown though. Unfortunately, Pool has quite a significant cooldown. Not able to have it up. But Spooky Spaghetti is onto Little Robot. Nice Hemo Plague onto Little Robot, but it's not going to be enough, as he is just going to recall out of that. Meanwhile, Ebeg having the blue timer will just steal that away from Kustori. Is going to get denied that. And gold very even for both teams, despite the turret advantage or tower advantage for team placeholder. But here's Maxim again, rotating down in the bot lane, seeing if they can get a pick, but they do get spotted by some wards. True Shot Barrage will miss Alendris. Would have been a little bit dicey there if he got hit by that. I don't know if he had that mana shield up. But Water Dragon actually bringing this top tower quite low. That little robot will go on to Water Dragon. This fight is just such a sustained fight right there. Water Dragon, though, coming out of the head. And now that he has his revolver, it is just going to favor him a little bit more. Little robot is sitting on a cowl, but this tower surely is going to go down to Water Dragon. And it'll be 2. But Maxim is there. Water Dragon is going to be 1 dead vampire. And the roams from Maxim have been, you know, they've been many. Not necessarily as successful, but at least he's trying, which is something that we haven't seen from Spooky at all. You would think that the LeBlanc would favor roaming just a little bit more. Maxim is huge right now, 3-0-2 on Annie. Roa already finished. But with these roams, Team Placeholder is making the right choice as they threaten this dragon. Smite not enough for Ku's story, as the second dragon of the game does go over in favor of Team Placeholder. And this game is a lot closer than the last, wouldn't you say, Rambo?
It definitely is. Definitely a lot closer in the early to mid game.
Yeah, and honestly, Spooky Spaghetti not as it's kind of underwhelming this game on that LeBlanc, but here comes the roam again. Water Dragon pooling early, will flash over the wall, stun charge going to be wasted for Maxim. But even just the threat of that Annie blows so much for Water Dragon, not wanting to have any part of that. And you know, this just shows you the caster curse right here, as I personally called Spooky Spaghetti to win this lane uphandedly, but Maxim holding his own right there, not really willing to duel that Annie anymore. It might be a bit of a mistake. Oh, it is good. Now, considering how much AP EBO has, it's not really stat efficient, but the utility of that item is going to help him out a lot. Does give him a lot more kiting potential. Though again, not the most stat efficient of items. But Kaza is 3-0, is quite far ahead in retrospect to Cavalry. And again, the matchup that we thought was going to win, or had the favor, handedly lost.
Yeah.
Just backwards day today here on Summoner's Rift. But it looks like laning phase is over for this team, since they are just continuing to group here in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Ku's story is gone unchecked there in the bot lane, pushing that up to the T2. Finally gets pinged out by a team placeholder. Somebody does need to answer that split push. And they have yet to send anyone. Now Water Dragon finally recalling from top lane to answer that. But Ku's story is just going to pick up a A free tower! EBO catching team placeholder napping quite a bit. Now Kustori will probably go down to this. But now that team placeholder had to take 2 members up to the top, they are free to get this, and Cavalry will pick up the kill onto Ebeg. They can't, they did drop quite low in that exchange though, so they do have to back off, not being able to get that tower. But team placeholder, a little slow on the rotations on that one. Kind of, could have gotten worse, could have lost that T1 middle turret, but they end up saving it for now. Now, needlessly large rod actually picked up for Maxim. No doubt is working towards that Zanya's Hourglass. Meanwhile, Vladimir's build, Water Dragon's build, is a little confusing.
He just wanted one of these, one of those, and one of those.
Right. His build just really everywhere, but a hook from Kaza will be a shutdown on to Maxim though, and it only just takes 1 hook. Absolutely amazing right there, and you know, whether it be luck or by skill, that Blitzcrank really just needs to throw out those hooks out there and see what they can do. Again, Black Shield not really fast enough on Jarrett's part, though. To save his ADC. A little bit slow reaction time on Kaz as well. Probably should have had Arcane Shift up available, too. I don't think she thought it was going to hit. But there it is, the true barrage coming down mid lane, not really picking up anything. And both these teams almost playing an ARAM. This feels very ARAM-esque. There has been 4 members of each team in this mid lane for the past 3 minutes. Really kind of looking lost. Yeah, really looking lost without that objective to guide them. But meanwhile, Kustori was able to split push that bottom, as it was Water Dragon now able to split push that top, but the hook coming out, Kustori will pick up the kill onto Spooky Spaghetti. Cavalry will pick it up on Jarrett as they will go on to Ebag, dropping White Low, double kill on to Kustori though, and it's going to be a triple kill for Kustori as they try to go on to this. Kaza going off though, kind of punishing EBO on this Dragon Pit, picks up a double kill, but has to contest on the Maxim, but a flash bear onto Kaza, and there is really no outplay there. As the Dragon, after a very messy team fight, will go over to EBO. Thankfully though, Kaza does bring that back for her team, picking up that double kill after a very messy engage there to start that off. Again, the hook was very good from Alindris to start off that fight, but he does get caught out of position. I don't know what he was thinking. Maxim not able to have enough follow-up after that, and the hook did land on Ebeg. Again, the Sedge not really the #1 person that you want to hook in team fights. True shot barrage coming again from Kaza. Not finding anything. Maxim, too much health on that. And we are back to this ARAM style. Both teams valiantly defending their middle turrets.
Mid turret, most important.
It does open up the map quite a bit. for those deep wards and rotation. But in all honesty, is it this important? I feel like both teams are not rotating to their full potential. Really just playing around these dragons, but as you see, that last dragon fight going in favor of EBO. Another repeat of that could tip the scales far enough to the point of no return. 4K gold advantage for EBO right now, as they are also ahead in both towers and kills. Maxim has finally finished that hourglass, should provide more outplay potential on that Annie. Has yet to die. Well, finally, T1 turret for EBO finally falls. So hopefully we see some rotations coming out from Team Placeholder. As Cavalry actually shows himself down there in the bot lane to try to push that out. The roam from Little Robot, though, trying to see if he can flank. There comes the Sion ulti. Doesn't hit anyone as Water Dragon does engage onto Maximum, gets pulled out of the way, and Water Dragon is just going to get exploded. Meanwhile, Kusori will pick up Kaza with a bite. Cavalry doing his best, and it's going to be another double kill for Kusori as Cavalry will pick up E-Bag as well, and that's going to be the middle turret as an answer for nothing in favor of EBO, seeing as Spooky is the only person to get out of there alive. And EBO showing some life here in game 2. Death timer still quite... Yeah, EBO will pick up a inhib tower, but death timers are pretty short, so they do need to get out of there, as everyone is respawned for Team Placeholder. So what is Team Placeholder doing wrong in these team fights?
They're not respecting the Sion flank. It's happened twice now, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a Sion ulti in that corridor at Dragon for that knockup.
And just the damage output from Graves, there's really no one on him in these fights, so he's just able to do really whatever he wants.
Yeah, Water Dragon actually going on to Maxim, diving very far in EBO's backline, but there was no follow-up considering the fact that Sion was zoning the entire backline of Team Placeholder. So these fights just really messy. How is... Because I feel like this is... exactly what happened, well, not exactly what happened, but this position right now, what we're seeing, looks a lot similar to the situation of Team Placeholder in Game 1, except now the roles have been reversed. Middle inhib turret is now fallen, exposing that naked inhib. E-Bag will try to go onto Elandris, does catch it up. TP coming out from Water Dragon though, but Maxim doing a ton of damage with that Tibbers. Little Robot re-engages on to Kaza. Black Shield is drop, heal is there, but Maxim is on Kaza, and Kaza has nowhere to run. Double kill for Maxim, but Spooky does answer with a kill onto Cavalry, finally focusing that ADC, but at what cost? It is a 3-for-2 trade now. And with only Spooky and Jarrett alive, that is going to be an inhibitor for for Easy Bake Oven.
Very explosive fight all around.
Yeah, and it looks like this ARAM style is favoring EBO. Quite handedly. I honestly feel that both teams are not rotating around the map as much as they could have. Again, wards are lacking. EBO doing a good job this game to try to get those deep wards in, but comparatively, the warding just hasn't been on point for both of these teams. A lot of these fights are happening blind, and very solo queue-esque style. But EBO is going to try to contest this dragon. They will, if they do get this, they will tie it up 2-2. And considering how the last dragon fight turned in EBO's favor, they really want to take this fight. A hook pick from Little Robot, or hook pick, sorry, from Alindris could be exactly what they need. Little Robot strong in these corridors too with a side ulti, but Kusori does pick up the dragon. Ebag goes in. Maxim, nice bear tippers to the back line as drops Jarrett quite low. Meanwhile, though, it is going to be a double kill for Water Dragon. Maxim does pick up one, though, just on the support. And that fight, just like that, going in favor of team placeholder 4-for-2 trade. And they're going to try to see if they can get anything off it. But meanwhile, the stall tactic from EBO paying off, as minions did do a little bit of damage to that Nexus turret, and team placeholder just needs to back off.
EBO did pick up the dragon before that fight started, so they're all tied up now.
That is, and
on dragons. Yeah,
regardless of if that team fight ended in favor of placeholders, they lost the dragon. They couldn't pick up anything off the back of that, with super minions streaming down a mid lane. And at this point, it looks like EBO just have full control of the map. Now, wards going out from the team placeholder, though. They have peppered the entire entrances to their jungle, but it is being cleared out by EBO. Unfortunately, they are placing these wards out, but they are in no position to defend them. And that's one of the most things that teams forget. You do have to protect your vision. Nice bind going on to Maxim as Jarrett helps disengage for his team. And nice sweeping from EBO to deny the vision placed by team placeholder. TP coming out from Water Dragon to try to defend this top turret. He does have home guards, but no real angle for team placeholder to engage on. Thankfully, they do have a large minion wave down there in the bot lane. EBO will have to send somebody. Nice rupture on two members, though. A bear stun coming out from Maxim will net them 2 kills as Spooky Spaghetti goes in, but gets dropped quite low. That's going to be a double kill for Kusori, and that's another pickup too onto Ebag. And placeholder just getting caught in the jungle. These picks and CC from the EBO squad just spelling disaster, and just like that, EBO tie it up 1-1.
Wow.
GG, well played. I don't think team placeholder was ready for that.